Welcome back to this show, an all-American themed episode of Wrestling Man's Wrestling Show. Time to get to Ring of Honor. Now I'm going to talk about the TV show from last week, and really, I thought it was a pretty good show. Started off with Delirious and Jimmy Jacobs, the fight without honor. At first it was a bit of a slow build-up. Yes, I know it's a fight without honor, and saying that is weird, but after a couple minutes, it really caught on. I especially liked the ending with Delirious hitting the Shadows over Hell on Jacobs through the table. It was absolutely sick. It was sick. It was fantastic. Young Bucks made their TV debut on Ring of Honor. They looked very good, like I said a couple weeks ago when I went to the Manassas show. I'm telling you, this team right here, that's the tag team of the future right there for the next decade. Whew, man. And then Dirty Ernie Osiris against Brent Albright, which was basically a squash. And then the main event, the tag titles, American Wolves against Tyler Black and Bryan Danielson. This was a very good tag team match. I have not seen a good tag team match like that in quite a while. And they went about 20 plus minutes, and this was just fantastic action here. And I'll say this of what's the best match that they've had so far on TV? I'd say the four-way was number one, Lynn, Aries, Black, and Danielson, but Omega and King was number two, and I put the tag title match at number three. It was just really good action. Overall, this was a good show. I've heard a lot of reports that, this current series that's on, they're going to have good shows, and it proved once again how good it was. Now, a program note about that. Ring of Honor will not be on tomorrow night. Remember that. Ring of Honor will not be on tomorrow night, but it will be back on next Saturday night, July the 12th on HDNet. Two big matches. Claudio Castagnoli against Brent Albright in a flag match, and a six-man tag team match. Jerry Lynn, Kenny Omega, and Eric Stevens will take on Austin Aries, Rhett Titus, and Kenny King. Now, I know I said this is an all-American show, and the next shows for Ring of Honor are in Canada, but this is an American promotion, so, I can bend the rules just a little bit. Death Before Dishonor weekend, 3 weeks from tonight, starting off with night one, Toronto, Ontario at the Ted Reeve Arena. Bret the Hitman Hart's going to be there for a special meet and greet session from 6 to 8 p.m. Autograph tickets are $25 an item. Of course, you can purchase them on ringofhonor.com, ROHWrestling.com. You can also get an autograph, a meet and greet autograph with Lance Storm. Speaking of Lance Storm, he's going to be in action that night. He's teaming up with Mr. Wrestling, Kevin Steen, as they're going to take on Davey Richards and Chris Hero. Kenny King and Kenny Omega, they're going to meet again, and I'm telling you, if you didn't see their match a couple of weeks ago, you're in for a real treat. And in tag action, the Briscoe brothers, they're going to take on the Super Smash Brothers of Player Uno and Stupefied. Then the next night, July 25th, the Nature Boy Ric Flair will be there for a special meet and greet session, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Autograph tickets are $30 for the first item and $20 for each additional item per person. And of course, Lance Storm will also be in attendance. And Lance Storm is going to be wrestling again. He's got the big grudge match coming up with Chris Hero. This match is a year in the making. It started when Ring of Honor came to Canada for the first time in Northern Navigation. Lance Storm has waited a whole year for this opportunity, and he's going to get it July 25th. Now, also on this show, now this is very interesting. They're going to have the first annual Toronto Gauntlet. 6 men are going to compete, with the winner receiving a future shot at the Ring of Honor World title. Now listen to the men that are involved in this gauntlet. D'Lo Brown, Sanjay Dutt, the Necro Butcher, Jimmy Rave, Jerry Lynn, and Davey Richards. That is a very unique 6-man roster for this gauntlet. And really, it covers all ranges, all styles of wrestling. And it's going to be a very interesting, gauntlet right there. I'll put in my prediction in a couple of weeks. in the near future. Now to the Ring of Honor rankings real quick. D'Lo Brown is at 10, Delirious 9, Brent Albright 8, Colt Cabana 7, Bryan Danielson 6, Jay Briscoe 5, Claudio Castagnoli 4, Roderick Strong 3, Tyler Black 2, and Jerry Lynn number 1, with everybody chasing a double Austin Aries. Going to take a break. The Indies are coming up, and a lot of events are coming up in the month of July and early August.